Hello and welcome to our last step. We open our file. In this step we are going to make an interior rendering and we'll change our graphic display options. First of all, we switch into our 3D interior daylight view. Here we have a preset perspective. For rendering interior scenes, we advise to use the section box. We activate our section box. By activating the section box, you only render the elements you need. So if you have more lights in your building and you only need these lights in that scene to be rendered, you can either deactivate them or you can use the section box. For adjusting the section box, we advise to switch into a different view. We switch into section 1. We switch back in our view. And here you see some elements have been cut. For that rendering, we don't need the section box, so we deactivate it. We switch now in our view control bar. Select your graphic display options. We set the sun intensity to 100, the indirect light to 85, and the cast shadow to 12. Click on apply, and you see now we got a friendlier view of our interior. We can activate ambient occlusion. Ambient occlusion is really cool because it gives you a more realistic view of your interior. We can select the silhouette style. You can choose here, for example, white lines. Click apply. Now it looks more like a sketch. We select here none. And we want to activate the gradient background. You can also change the settings of the background if you want to. Now we want to change the sun settings. Move over here. And we can set here our azimuth and our altitude. We want to change the azimuth to 220. That looks pretty cool, but we are going to change the sun settings again. Switch in our sun settings and select here 295. Click OK. Now we have a perfect setting for our rendering. We click OK. And now we click on our render button. And we select quality setting high. Resolution printer 150 dpi, okay. It's really important to set here lightning, interior, sun only. And now we are ready to render. We press our render button. Here we are going to adjust our exposure. Adjust exposure. And we change the settings to exposure value 12.5. The highlights to 0.3. Midtones to 1.5, and we click on apply. So that looks pretty cool. Click OK. We save our rendering in our project. Now we switch in our 3D section level 2. Here we are going to place a decal. We switch in our insert tab. Select here decal, place decal. We want to add a new one. New decal, okay. We look in our additional files for City Park Graz. Here we can adjust the brightness, the reflectivity, transparency, and we can also add a bump pattern. We click OK. And now we can place it wherever we want. We select it. We scale it a little bit. If we turn on our realistic view, if we would render our section, also the decal would be rendered. Last but not least, we'll show you how to export a Revit file to 3ds Max. Switch in our 3D view, click on our application button, select here export FBX. If we export our Revit file with an FBX format, the geometry, the active view camera, the interior and exterior lights, and the sun will be exported. So now we will take a look at our renderings. We, the Autodesk student experts from the TU Graz in Austria, thank you very much for watching our videos. We hope you enjoyed it. And for further information about Revit architecture, please visit autodesk.com/add-community.